top of your list of places where Saudi Arabia would look to buy land to grow was Sudan. So I was just wondering if you could comment on how the rapidly changing politics in Sudan and southern Sudan's secession would affect Saudi Arabia's decision-making.
Let me understand your question. Your question first is, how did you choose those countries?
No, the question is just, how do the politics of what's going on in Sudan affect the projected success of buying land in Sudan?
We have to understand that is all the African countries have got their independence somewhere between 1952 to 1964. So all this independence is pretty much very new. You cannot buy land. As of now, you cannot buy land in Sudan. They will give you a lease for 99 years. But, here is the catch, but, put two lines under but. Anybody from the local government can take that land from you and give it to somebody else. It's not going to be easy. But Saudi Arabia donate a lot of billions. Most of these countries, we donated a lot of billions to them. My argument is, rather than you give this money away and you have zero return on it, worse, when the president leaves, you're gone. Because what he said, well, you didn't pay me anything, you paid the ex-president, so go look for him. You haven't paid me anything. So my God, we got to start with him. Okay, then we start to pay him. And then a few years later, he's gone, so we have to pay him. So, so what our argument here is try to push the government into a win-win situation. That we invest in Sudan, we invest in Egypt, we invest in Ethiopia, not giving all the card to the political decision, because we pay him money under the table, he give me all the land. Few years later, he's gone. The new guys come over and said, well, no, this is not the right deal. You have sold him the land much below the market price. We're going to pull it away from you. And you can do that. So it's difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's a nightmare. But we simply don't have other choices. We have to do it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking, one of the countries there is Somalia.
Yes.
And, Somalia is undergoing a famine at the moment. And the same happened in Ethiopia and so on. So, what happens in the crisis situation when you have a famine in a country, you have a large investment, and you are insisting on exporting the product to your country and not allowing it to be spent domestically? You would have to militarize the production and transportation of this commodity.
True.
And that's one question, and I don't know whether there's an easy way around that problem. The second question I have is, I may have missed it, but why not invest in buying big agro-business companies like, many of them here in this country, for instance, just go into and buy shares, or even control mercantile stock exchanges, or have a big share in them, so that you have a buy-in. There's a profound fear of the market that I sense from you because of the experience of 2007, 2008. Why not take possession of these markets, or have enough say so that they cannot be blocked, so that you can always buy on the market?
Well, maybe I went too quick on it, but the way we approach it, we have 4 roads in here. Road number 1, developed countries. US, Australia, Europe. With that road, there is 2 benefits you could take there. The first one, you go with the giant food companies and you go with a strategic alliance. Buy it for them. The Saudi government need to go and buy Nestle, all these food companies, we buy big share with them. That's one. Number 2, we will go and we will take benefit of what the market, the financial market, offered me a lot of vehicles, a lot of instruments, a lot of derivatives that I could use. Like take options, but not option to be, trader. No, 3 million. We are not here speculator. Yeah, we're 3 million tons of wheat. This is your product. So you take those two benefits. But there is other roads. So hedging the market instrument, that's one way. We should do that. And number two is we take strategic alliance with food companies. We go with that road. And then the two roads, which is local agriculture development strategies, that you will get by that also a food. And then the fourth one is go to Arab Muslim countries and invest in it. So yes, you said Ethiopia, we could block it. Somalia could block it. But the US could block you as well. Russia could block you as well. Philippines could block you as well. So these blockage, we were under this nice word called WTO, World Trade, Free Trade, all these nice, beautiful wordings, never been tested. When 2007 and 2008, the food security problem came, what did they do? Each one said, stop, we're not going to export. Argentina, they're desperate for us to invest in there. How could we invest if you have changed I think it was 16 times or 14 times they changed their taxes in 1 year over wheat. So how could you sell a contract if you keep changing it on the customs? Russia has stopped. So how do you protect yourself? You must have a huge reserve in your own country. Because a decision maker could tell you tomorrow morning, we're not going to sell you any more rice. Philippines are desperate for us to go invest on them. They want us to invest to build dam for them. Dam costs hundreds of millions of dollars. But then what guarantee are we going to have? That is, you don't block it the following day. So, ladies, excuse my languages in here, but we don't want a lover relationship. We don't want even a Muslim relationship here. We want a Catholic, not even other relationship, Catholic relationship. We need a marriage, a non-divorceable agreement. If you are willing to do that, we're going to do it. We're going to tango together. Sorry. I hope I didn't offend anybody here. But you got my points.